Good morning, Sandy. Tell Carlotta not to get the cornbread out. It's gonna get better. This is actually gorgeous music. Good morning, Herbie and all. Thank you, Car. I was feeling kind of seasick. Good morning, Sharon. Vegas, there's that girl. For more. Right, Sharon? This is live. As the miller told his tale, that a face at first just ghostly, the wider shade of pale. Said there is no reason, and the truth is plain to see. But I wandered through my playing cards, would not let her be. One of the 16 Vestal virgins who were leaving for the coast. And although my eyes were open, might as well just be closed. Right, Anthony? As a miller told his tale, that her face at first just ghostly, no wider shade of pale. You know you're singing it at home. You know you're singing it. Sure. Who loves Oregon? Pops loves Oregon. So relax. The whiter shade of pale. Da-da-da. Thank you for being here this morning, you guys. This what a beautiful morning. Thank you for Brock doing the show yesterday. Pop's got to do some things in the morning. God, I love you guys, and I mean that sincerely. We got a lot to do today. We got a lot to handle. It's the 21st of February. Oh my goodness. Bam! It's a whiter shade of pale. Woo! Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Pops is in the house. Oh gosh, we have a lot of stuff to cover.
It's impossible to imagine the
I gotta tell you guys,
devastated
hold
by the
on.
earthquake
Get
in
out of
Turkey
here.
and Syria.
I'm done with
The
you.
video footage makes me cry every time.
Okay.
This is the full-scale disaster. These families are without shelter in freezing temperatures. My own family just fled.
Okay. Good morning. I'm gonna go through stuff pretty quick this morning. We have a bunch of stuff to cover because I didn't cover anything yesterday. Brock covered it all. Hey, I got a couple of days ago in my DM email situation. You guys all write me such nice things. I mean that sincerely. I usually don't take as much time to write back. You guys write me these long, lovely letters, and I take 3 seconds and write something back, but I have to be honest with you. I'm on the fly most of the time when I'm answering. So I apologize that I don't answer better and longer and more. I got the cutest little message a couple of days ago, but I didn't understand it. It was one of those messages that made me, it was a compliment. Not a compliment, it was, what do they call it? An affirmation. It was an affirmation. And yet I didn't understand it. I had to go, you guys are giving me cultural awareness and reminding me that I'm 65 with some of your affirmations. What could you possibly be talking about, Pops? I don't know. Eric almost has it. No, who the heck is SpongeBob? See, all you guys, anybody under 50, I'm going to say, knows who SpongeBob is. I'm clueless. I've never watched one SpongeBob situation in my whole life. I just know there's some character out there by the name of SpongeBob.
SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants.
That wasn't planned. I'm clueless on SpongeBob. I don't get him. What do I find out? Does the guy live underwater? Seriously. Does he live underwater? Is that the story? I'm 41. I've never watched. I really, really don't know. Everyone, culturally, I'm aware. I'm as aware of SpongeBob SquarePants as I am Paul Bunyan, perhaps. Okay? He lives underground. He lives in a pineapple under the sea. Okay, he is actually a sponge. Does he have a friend named Patrick? Is there a friend? This is freaking me out that I don't know anything about SpongeBob. We got SpongeBob doctorates here. We got PhDs. Wait, Patrick is a starfish, Choop says. You guys all know this too, 'cause, oh yeah, Pops, he's a starfish. Patrick is actually, no, I'm freaking out right now. I didn't know that. I thought Patrick was just a regular guy. No? What do we have? Are there Krabby Pants in there? Krabby Patties? What? I don't understand SpongeBob. Squidward. Squidward. Man, so he's in the Navy. Hold on. So, Pops, why am I talking about SpongeBob SquarePants? Because I don't know anything about SpongeBob SquarePants. This beautiful friend of ours writes to me a note. Because, Pops, I should go find the note so I can read it exactly. But this is what it says. I'm not verbatim. This is, Pops, it reminds me of SpongeBob SquarePants special box with Patrick. I'm like, what are we talking about? A special box with Patrick? And he goes, yeah, in the note, because, and after you open the box and it's revealed that there's a string in it, I take the string out and there's a picture of Pops in the box. Am I in the special box? A picture of Pops is in the special box. I'm under the string. I had to go read, what are we talking about? I have no idea what are we talking about. I'm under the string. You open up the, oh, he hid it. He wouldn't let Patrick know for days what was in his special box, right? And then he finally opens it up and there's a string in there. Oh, not so fast. There's also a picture of Pops. He goes, Pops, you're the one that's in the bottom of my box. I was like, I don't understand that. That's the cutest thing I've ever heard in my whole life.
That's friggin' adorable.
That's pretty damn cute.
That's friggin' adorable. You're in the bottom of my box.
I'm in the bottom of the box, under the string. I had to go look it up. What, is this a good thing or is this a bad thing that I'm under the string? It turns out it's a good thing. Turns out it's a pretty good thing, Badgie. That was really cute. Thank you. Brock's on fire this morning. Here we go. There's Patrick giving and SpongeBob with the special box. Okay, there they are. You guys literally made Pops go look up SpongeBob and learn more about his box. Okay? Who does that? That's fantastic. Mail call. We have mail here from Choop and Doop. Choop and Doop. It's a rather large box. Boop! Look at the size of that box. We'll open that together tomorrow. We have other mail. Mail right there and there. Oh, those are Teague Crew prizes. You guys are going to get those given to you. But those boxes. Okay? So all of us, we're going to open mail tomorrow. I'm going to be out of time today, and I want to spend the appropriate amount of time on it tomorrow. In the meantime, oops. A quick note. So last week, or a week and a half ago or so, I sort of tongue-in-cheek made fun of Joe Biden. You know, saying, Joe, all you did was shoot down a balloon. Well, starting yesterday, I think Joe's a stud. I'm not getting political. Don't get me wrong. This isn't politics. But anybody that takes a midnight train and sneaks into the city of Kiev just to get the Ukrainians straight and get all the information and make sure Zelensky knows that he's got support and stuff, it was a pretty big power move, Anthony. I was like, not bad, Joe. Pretty sneaky. That was a pretty good one, though, Joe. You snuck right in there. Took care of business when nobody was looking. right underneath Putin's nose. Here we come. I don't know. I feel sorry for Putin's general staff because I bet you a bunch of them are dead today. You didn't tell me that he was coming in. We could have. Can you imagine? Joe's on the midnight train coming into town. It's 10 o'clock at night. I'm in Poland, man. I'm on my way to Kiev. I could get bombed out right now, but I'm on my way, man. I'm okay with that. I got to give Joe credit where credit is due. Okay, that's all I want to say. I would have liked to have been on the train with Joe. Okay, all politics aside, power, whatever. Joe, that was pretty impressive. Okay, that's all I wanted to say about that. But we weren't talking about the balloon, right? Guess what? I got to admit something. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I'm not. I found out I'm just not that. I'm not that sharp. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I'm what? One loaf short of one slice short of a loaf? What do they could put in a million. Those are bad affirmations. Let me put them in better. Here's why I'm saying that. I spent 5 minutes the other day thinking I was following the Chinese balloon. Yesterday, Matthew. I'm driving down the street and I'm going, boom, there's the Chinese. 5 minutes, I'm following it down the freeway. The Chinese balloon. Here's another one. It's over Detroit. I found out it was poop on my windshield. Okay, it was just poop on my windshield. Yeah. So there was no balloon over Detroit. Okay, there was no balloon over Detroit, Ginger. It was 5 minutes. I'm following this thing, going, whoa. One more time, right? That's the windshield. There I am. It looked exactly like the balloon. Okay, I'm following it. I'm tracking it. I'm gonna post that on IG later. Lad wants to know what kind of bird. I don't know. A Chinese bird. Guaranteed it was a Chinese bird. Okay, from Alaska. I told you we had a lot to cover today, didn't I? We have a lot to talk about. Who's tracking me, Badgie? It looked exactly like the Chinese balloon. Mike. Stop it, Pops. We're serious at this show. We don't talk about bird poop. Anytime you talk about a fart or a poop, it's funny. What's up with that? Okay. Okay, next. We have other subjects to talk about besides secret boxes, bird balloons, etc. Knock it off, Pops. Okay. Brock's just brought me a Yoda with the balloon. Yoda balloon. You're stupid, Brock. No, I don't mean that. I'm just joking.
I know.
That's a bad thing to say. You're hilarious, Brock. Okay? Yoda, get out of here. Get out of here.
He was literally
Get out of here, man. Put that on the windshield. Okay. Oh, gosh. Let's do... Later, I'll post that picture and then you guys could download that and share it with your friends, pretend it was your windshield. Okay? I'll do that. I'll post a picture and you guys steal it and then show it at work and stuff. Go, then you can pull the Chinese balloon story on them. Okay? The deal. Never winner before. Never winner before. Only people that are here that have never won before. We have 71 people here, 42 likes. That's semi-disappointing. I feel like 71 people here, we might have 69, 68 likes, and maybe 3 of you don't like being here, but just hang out anyways. But it's not up to me to tell you to like the button or not. I think that's up to the universal. Your life will go better if you push the like button. I can just tell you that. Life, watch. All of a sudden, you'll get some check in the mail for like a Publishers Clearinghouse. If you push a like button for like 5 days in a row, you'll automatically get something from Publishers Clearinghouse. Maybe not. Let's do a first timer. We showed this. We showed, man, some of you really believed that and started pushing the like button. All I have to do is tell you guys lies like that and you'll push the like button? That's pretty cool. Wait for tomorrow's lie. Okay? I'll come up with a good one for tomorrow. We showed this on IG. This neat package. We have 10 ghost capsules here. And then we have the ghost as well. You can, when you receive this, you would just take your scissors and cut right here, right through here, and you'd have 2 separate packages, boop and boop. This package will open and close so you can get to your microdoses. Once you open this one, you might have to find another container for the rest. These packages, that holds 3.5. It's the Detroit Mush Lab 1, Matthew. The Detroit Mush Lab 1. So that right there is the package. Ghost. I feel like microdosing today. No, I feel like I need a little dried fruit today. That's what I feel like. I feel like giving that away to somebody that's never won here before. Okay? So what's that? No, that comes out to like 5.5 grams. Because this is 3.5. And this is another 2, right? Okay. Never winner before only. Only if you've never won before. Okay? Never winner befores are the only ones that can participate in this giveaway. There will be 2 more giveaways for everybody here today. I'm doing 3 today since I wasn't here yesterday. But never winner befores only. Okay? Censored Citizen Scientist is done an asterisk. Never winner befores only. So that means you've never won on Tea with Pops, a contest where Pops sent you a prize because you won a contest. Okay, Samantha? We just inoculated yesterday. Samantha, congratulations. You're in. Here we go. I'm going to write down a number between 1 and 100. The first person to say it in the Never Winner Before group is going to win a prize, or win that prize. Go. I wrote down the number. Never Winners Befores. We have 38s and 56s and 7s, and I'm not going to read them all, but I'm going to wait till I see it. There's one that got really close, but they're not there yet. Keep flying them out there, Never Winners. Somebody's going to end up saying it. Someone's going to end up, I can tell you already, look at the over 50 numbers. Go over 50. This number that I picked is really between 50 and 100. Okay? Between 50 and 100. Actually, between 60 and 100. It's between 60 and 100. Never winner befores. Samantha, you're going way too high. You have to come in below 100. Okay? Anything over 100, you're already out of the range. Now we're between 60. Between 60 and 100. Oh my goodness. If anybody saw Eric Roth's answer, they'd see how close Eric was. Oh, Silly's just as close as Eric was, but in the other direction. Do the math. I just told you guys the answer, Never Winner Befores. I just gave you guys the answer. I literally read the answer. Clean Grow got it. Clean Grow, 88. Excuse me. Clean Grow, let me see. Clean Grow. Hold on, make sure. Clean Grow, 88. The answer was 88. Clean Grow got it. On first person to say 88 on my screen was Clean Grow. Now, let's remember our screens come at different speeds. That's the first person that I saw an 88 on my screen. Okay? Clean Grow. I'm going to send this to you, but I need you to send something to me. That would be your address. If you could send me your address at the DetroitMushLab.net, we'll send this to you. That's the good news. The bad news is if you don't get me your address today, I won't send it to you. You must get me your address today at that site, and then we'll send this to you. If you wait till tomorrow or any other day, we'll give that away to a different Neverwinter before. Okay, enough said on the rules. We have 2 more really neat things to give away here. But can I talk to you guys about something fascinating? I've been doing my research. Have you guys been researching a lot? Usually at this time on our show, we're going to talk about mycology, and we have been talking about the 10 time-tested truisms in mycology. But I think this week we're going to slip into a slightly different direction. We're going to talk about our brains. We talk about how this works for our brains all the time, but how come it works? What are our brains? Do we really know very much about our brains, or are we just going through every day and this pilot is doing his job and we really don't even know? That's me. I'm uneducated when it comes to my brain. Neuroscience. I want to know more. I desire to know more. Especially if I'm growing medicine that grows it. It only makes sense. This is the tool that I'm trying to impact with the sacred medicine that I'm growing. How the heck's it work? So I think this week, if it's okay with the group, can we talk about neuroscience? Let's just learn a little bit together. Let's just learn a little bit together. Maybe we'll do a neuroscience 101. I started with this really cool article, Ginger, a really cool article out of the Los Angeles Times. And it's so current. I love how current they are right now about our mushroom therapy. They're so current. Everything is coming to light. Things that you and I practice, things that we knew in our basements and that we've been self-dosing and self-therapy for years now. They're starting to tell us, oh, here's how it works scientifically. We're like, duh, but I do still want to know how it works scientifically. We're like, duh, of course it works. I'm a different person. This article, I suggest you find it and read it for yourself if you can. It's called The Gnarly and Painful Therapeutic Potential of Magic Mushrooms. It's this big, nice article. Extremely unbalanced. A very balanced article. It's not all pro Mr. Magic Mushroom wrote it, and it's not anti-guy. It's very, if you can get your hand on this article, I want you to read this for a little bit of homework. After reading that article, my brain said I need to know more about how this really works on my brain. So we moved to here. The next article that we researched and came up with was this one. Brain anatomy and how the brain works. What is the brain? What's the brain made of? How does it work? This is just super basic. Super basic stuff. But super fascinating. Give me 10 people that are interested in this. And we're going to spend this week 15, 20 minutes a day talking about, first of all, how magic mushrooms our gnarly and painful therapeutically potentials, and then how the brain works. Good, I'm glad, you guys, because honestly, we can't be homeopathic doctors if we don't know what we're talking about. This is from the article from the Los Angeles Times. We're going to spend 15 minutes reading this article. The Gnarly and Painful Therapeutic Potential of Magic Mushrooms, written by Laura Newberry. It was published February 14th, so Valentine's Day, in the Los Angeles Times. That's so cool. That is, I mean, already, man. Look at what we're talking. This is being published in our biggest and most read media outlets. In the span of 15 years, psychedelics have transformed dramatically in the public eye, from the consciousness expanding darlings of the counterculture to what could be the most significant breakthrough in psychiatric treatment in many decades. That's where we are, you guys. We're on the cusp of that. It used to be counterculture and cool, and you kind of knew what you're doing, but you didn't. Now we are on the cutting edge of psychiatric therapy. There are so many people like you, like me, that need this therapy. Man, it helped me with my anxiety. 419, welcome. Everybody throws you donuts, gives you chocolate donuts when you're first here. 419, hello and welcome. Given that reality, it's no surprise to me, the author, that group therapy readers have sent in more questions about psychedelic-assisted therapy than any other subject. The workings of psychedelics and the promise they represent for the future of mental health care are complex, and I want to give them the space that they deserve. So we have planned, the author, a 3-week series to explore the dominant players in the burgeoning field of psychedelic research, all of which have distinct ways of interacting with our psyches. She is going to explore these 3: psilocybin, MDMA, and ketamine. This week, we'll learn about psilocybin, the psychoactive component of magic mushrooms and the most studied psychedelic. I spoke with Fred Barrett, a neuroscientist at the Johns Hopkins Center for Psychedelic and Conscious Research. By the way, the Johns Hopkins Center is the article that we're going to be reading next about how the brain works. I wonder who's part of that author. She wrote that article. And about the revolutionary healing potential of psilocybin, what is not yet known about the compound's role in treating various psychiatric disorders, the importance of the therapy aspects of psychedelic-assisted therapies, and the hurdles that remain to this treatment becoming accessible to the general public. Before we get into that, a brief look at the history of psilocybin as a healing agent and where its powers come from. Is this interesting to you guys? Do we want to look at this? Next, the history of psilocybin. This is fascinating. Psilocybin mushrooms have been part of religious rituals in indigenous societies for thousands of years. The Aztecs of Mexico called the mushroom God's flesh. Scientific study of the compound began in 1957, when Swiss chemist Albert Hofmann isolated psilocybin from the mushroom after a mycologist in Oaxaca gifted him a sample of the dried fungi. For a short time, psilocybin and LSD were sold for research and medical trials. But in the 60s, recreational use of psychedelics became central to the hippie counterculture in the US, and this ultimately fueled the US Drug Enforcement Administration to push Congress to outlaw psilocybin and other psychedelics under the Controlled Substance Act of 1970. So in 1970, they got scared of the hippies, and they said, that's it, we're turning this into an illegal drug. Up until then, it hadn't been, and it never was. The hippies scared them into it. Thanks. What's your name? What's Nixon's wife's name? The stigmatization and illegality of psychedelics effectively stopped scientific research into psilocybin until the early 2000s. Amazingly, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration granted psilocybin breakthrough therapy status for depression in 2018. It has been granted breakthrough therapy status by the FDA since 2018, which gives a treatment the fastest possible route to approval. The number of active clinical trials studying psilocybin has tripled since 2017. Psilocybin-assisted psychotherapy has the potential to treat many mental health conditions, Barrett told me. That's our Johns Hopkins neuroscientist. It includes eating disorders, obsessive compulsive disorder, anxiety, and chronic pain. So far, though, the lion's share of research has been focused on the treatment of depression and substance use disorders and anxiety and depression experienced by people with life-threatening cancer diagnosis. There's this amazing study about people that they're guaranteed you got 6 months to live, and then they gave them these doses. One dose, and they almost couldn't look for the. Instead of being depressed and anxious, they almost couldn't look forward to the end. Crazy. The research on psilocybin-assisted psychotherapy is in its infancy, composed mostly of small pilot studies. It's just gearing up, kids. Research will need to be scaled up dramatically for the compound to be approved as a pharmaceutical drug, Barrett said. But there have been promising results so far. This is the real stories now. This is a very balanced approach to what we are so passionate about. We don't know, are we balanced? Is Pops balanced? Or is he just so over the top? Bring it back to some balance and read, Pops. A Johns Hopkins medicine study in 2020 this is a study out of Johns Hopkins that only 2 doses of psilocybin given with psychotherapy could produce rapid and large reduction in depression symptoms. A follow-up study concluded that those benefits were effective for up to a year. Just 24 people participated in that research, though, so it's a small sample. In November, the largest trial to date had 233 participants across 10 countries. Go for it, John. Johns Hopkins. 233 people are in this across 10 countries. It showed that a single dose of psilocybin significantly reduced symptoms of depression in participants for whom other treatments didn't work. Compare these effects to antidepressants, which must be taken every day. And for about a third of the people, they don't work at all. If researchers can produce these results in a large-scale study, it could mean significant relief for people with treatment We have treatment-resistant depressions. Nature can get to them. Psilocybin is expected, listen, I've said this for 2 years and I didn't write this article or read it until yesterday. I told people, I've been prophesying from the Sacred Mushroom Mountain that by the year 2030, 70%, let's just pick a number, 70%, 75 of all mental health-based therapies will involve psychedelics as a treatment. You're going to get a little pill, you're going to get a little tincture, you're going to get a little dose, along with your mental health therapies. 70%. That's a prediction. And I'm not basing this out of random ether. Listen, psilocybin is expected to receive, this is the author. She comes behind Pops and tells you this. Psilocybin is expected to receive approval for depression from the FDA by the end of this decade. The FDA wants to see many thousands of people treated in clinical trials to determine whether a drug is safe and under what conditions, Barrett told me. The research so far has included fewer people than the FDA expects to see. That's all. They just want some larger trials. Show us a few bigger numbers. Click, you're in. We're going to talk about now, for the next 5 minutes, Marilyn Hodge. It's sure been working for this old guy too. Totally the science of magic mushrooms. I do too, exception. That's why I'm teaching this here. I'm teaching myself, but we're learning it together. We're this close, you guys. We're this close. Do you know 2 years ago people were wearing masks and trying to teach people how to grow mushrooms in their basement? Now I'm standing on the top of the mountain going, "Come on, Johns Hopkins, let's go!" And we're wearing mushroom t-shirts. The science of magic mushrooms. So how does psilocybin work? This is the part that I want to get into, the brain part. And could it really be the miracle drug it's been billed for the last recent years? The author asks. Indigenous communities have used psilocybin as a tool to connect with the natural world and the spiritual realm for millennia. Among the Maztec people in Oaxaca, the mushrooms are honored for their capacity to guide users beyond their prescribed realities, to break open conventions and incite perspective, introducing novel conduits for compassion and empathy for both themselves and the world. That's how they used it. It was part of their domestication. It was part of their programming. You're going to have spiritual ceremonies where you're going to release those ugly parts of yourself and invite nature in. And these communities and these cultures have been using it like this for thousands of years. Not too harmful to the Homo sapien. Oh, I agree with you, Paige. Empathy is very high when I micro. Very high. I'm so in touch with nature and others. I go total empath. I get emotional in a place I didn't before, connecting different places that grayed out when I got older and mature. Many researchers believe that these intense, meaningful mystical experiences, which are a core part of their ability to help us feel more connected to ourselves and other living things, are an integral part of the psilocybin's potential healing power. It makes sense to me that this could be a profound experience for someone experiencing depression, which can fundamentally disconnect you from your own body and your own emotions and your own people. On a more scientific level, psilocybin is thought to generate new connections between neurons. It's rebuilding critical pathways that have been lost due to mental health disorders. This is a critical part of the rewiring process known as brain plasticity, which allows the mind to learn and adapt, Barrett said. Our neuroscientist is saying this stuff reconnects pathways. There's growing evidence, quote, there's growing evidence that psychedelic drugs increase a person's capacity for cognitive flexibility. I've gotten older as I've gotten smarter. Or the ability to think in different ways to solve the same problem. Who's gotten more creative? They're doing it clinically to prove it, but we already know it. Now I can sit around, oh, I'm kind of out of ideas. Let me just go fishing. I have so many ideas bouncing around my head, I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'm not kidding you. Anybody that thinks your brain can't regrow, that you've done too much damage? Not so fast, my friends. We're going to learn about the brain more this week. At a higher level, this is continuation of Barrett's quote, our scientist's quote. At a higher level, psilocybin may increase psychological flexibility or the capacity to change the way you think, about yourself and your relationship to the world. This is a fact from, an end quote, this is a fact from everywhere. I used to think Greenpeace people were goofy. Get over it. Tree huggers. I would almost make fun of them. True, I'm being honest with you. Tree huggers are dumb. Well, I still don't like anybody that goes too far in any direction, including meat pots and mushrooms, but I hug trees like no other now. I really do. When I started using the psilocybin, it changed my connection to nature. It did. It did. I never thought about nature. I didn't care about it. I just cared about the next gold ring. I cared about how much more I'm going to put in my bank. How big is my company going to grow? How many cabinets are we going to put on? How many employees do I have? Insurances do I? All I cared about was worldly crap. It is a fact that it changes your capacity to think about yourself. I never even thought about myself in terms of, Pops, are you growing the right way or the wrong way? Boop, I'm microdosing, and all of a sudden, man, I want to be a good person. That's it. I just want to be good. I want to be kind. And I want to hug trees. Not hug. I want to grow mushrooms. I want to grow stuff. I don't want to destroy anything anymore. Psilocybin did that to me. So when I read that in an article like this, and they're like, they're telling this to people that it hasn't happened to yet. Right, Joshua? She's writing to people that it hasn't even happened to yet. We're here to convince them it's true. In other words, mental health disorders create patterns of thinking and behaving that are rigid and restrictive. Say that again. Mental health disorders create patterns of thinking and behaving that are rigid and restrictive. Oh, you can't do this. You can't do that. And don't worry about that. And paranoia here. And out the window. And everything's real rigid, real restrictive when I'm in my mental health disorders big time. Tell me that's not true. What does mushrooms do? Psilocybin could potentially help break the mind out of that rut, that feeling of stuckness, in a way that antidepressants and traditional therapies aren't able to for some patients. They weren't able to for Pops. Who likes this article? Give me 5 people that like this article. We're halfway through. I'll pick up the rest of it tomorrow. We're only halfway through this wonderful article. We have to talk about psychedelic assisted therapy. We have to talk about limitations of psilocybin and the road ahead. And that'll end that article. This is the kind of stuff we want to be teaching and talking about back and forth and to each other. Man, when we're talking about the goodness of what we're doing and the opportunities, it gets you so excited you gotta go grow some more. I got goosebumps. I swear I do. Censored citizen scientist. You look at him. You think, oh, he's just. Sometimes I'm like, oh, he's a computer brain. He's a marketing genius. You know what he is too? You know what he is? He's just like. He's a farmer too. Look at this. He also does nice packaging. Look at this. Chris down in Louisiana is growing this. Medicine to give away to you guys. Look at that. 6 months ago, he wasn't doing this. He didn't have tubs of ghosts going in his grow room. He didn't have tubs of it. Look at that. Oh, Pops, I just wanted to send you and Brock a little something, something. I love the packaging. Quality of, you can tell just looking at it. Why am I pointing that out? Because there's others besides Chris out there growing and doing what we talk about here. And if you're not, you can be. I'm so proud to see you guys grow. I'm so proud. I can't even tell you. I get that in the mail. I'm like, hey, it looks as good as mine. Wait a minute. That's my first ego. And then all of a sudden, yes! Good stuff. Thank you, Star. Let's do a giveaway. Everybody plays. Okay? Everybody's going to play in this giveaway. I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 100. First person to say the number on my screen will win a prize. Will win a sample box. Go. I'm reading them off my screen. I don't have time to say them because you guys are too fast. But I'll tell you when I see it. How's that? You can write them as many times as you want, as fast as you can. I'm all the way down to Sandman on my screen right now, and I still haven't seen the correct answer. Okay? I'm all the way up to Louis Ramirez Jr. I still haven't seen the answer. I still haven't seen the answer. Nope, Star, that's not even close. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you guys a clue. If you look around, Key Rin's darn close. Just so you guys look at Key Rin's number, she's not far off. Okay, that was the only clue I feel like giving. Key Rin's in the ballpark. So far, she's been the closest. So, Key Rin's moving that number up. That was a smart direction, Key Rin. Keep going. There, whoa, Key Rin. Oh, no, Slingy beat ya. Key Rin, Slingy slipped right in on ya. An 18. We picked an 18. Key Rin, she was running the number up. She was boom, 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 boom. Slingy's in there. Sorry, Key Rin. Slingy gotcha. Slingy, that was sly. Okay, Slingy's over on the sideline going, what? What were her numbers? Okay, well, let me slip in there and get one. Nice work. Slingy. Sling. You gotta tell Pop something, man. You gotta tell Pop something. Nice work, Slingy. Okay, Red, you didn't even take the 18? No, now I don't even feel sorry for you. For a minute, I thought I was gonna feel sorry for you. She's so cute. Slingy, do you want Slingy? Do you want, I'm gonna give you an 8th, 3.5 grams plus. It's a plus. Would you prefer Ghost or ODPE? Would you prefer ghosts or ODPE? I know, Kieran. Slingy, ghosts or ODPE? He wants ghosts. So I'm going to send you this 1/8 of Ghost. They're kind of Crispies. This week, if you get Ghost, they're like Ghost Crispies. Super strong. So I'm going to send you those. And I'm going to send you a pack of 400 milligram. So these are museum dose. So if that's 400, that's like 4 grams, right? And 3.5. Somebody help me with the math. Slingy, if you want me to send this to you, you have to send me your address. And if you send me your address at the DetroitMushLab.net today, I'll mail this out to you. Okay? So thank you. And we're going to cover one more small thing. We have one more giveaway. All right? Choop and doop, let's do better math. 3.5 and 4 is something like 7.5, is it not? So it's not important to me. What's not important? What is not important? It's important that I grow mushrooms. But if you look on page 50 of the 4 Agreements book, Misstuff, that's very close. Gut, that's very close too. Gypsy, that's so close. Trip, I love that. Matching socks are not important to me. Page 50, halfway down. It's not important to me what you think about me. Yes, it is. We say that, but can we mean it? It's not important to me what you think about me. And I don't take what you think personally. Whew. Liar. I know. When I say that, I'm telling you what I practice, not what I'm perfect at. Do you get it? When I say that, I tell you what I'm practicing. I can't tell you I'm perfect at it. I can tell you it's so easy to do today. 3 years ago, my sister used to tell me I had a disease. She goes, you're wonderful. You go down a list of 1,000 things great about me. And then she goes, but there's one limiting factor. This is my sister, super smart. I was in my 30s. She taught me this. She taught me a lot of things, but she taught me this. I didn't listen until now, but I was taught it. My biggest limiting factor is what other people thought about me. Go through life worrying about what other people think about me. Do I have the right shirt on? Is the collar? Back in the day, you'd have to do this. Now you're cool. Got the collar up, right? Do I have the right style? Is my car polished? Did I spend enough time waxing and paying for getting my car waxed? Now my collar's all messed up. Everything. When you worry about what other people think about you, you're going through life you're on world's pilot, not yours. You're on the world's pilot. And I've been there. I'm not kidding. It has to be not important to me. This isn't just like something that I can decide, well, yeah, sometimes it is. It has to be not important to me. And in order for me to be able to do that, I have to practice. I have to practice. Here's the hard part. He doesn't talk about this part in the book. But here's the hard part. When someone's saying something really good about you, you like taking that one personal, don't you? It's getting easy to not take personal what those people in that trailer park in Ohio are gossiping about me. That one, I don't take that personal. Oh, Pops, you're the greatest thing since sliced bread. That's right, I sure am, man. My head'll get so big I can't come through the door. It's easy to take that one personal, isn't it? You have to really watch it. You can't take anything personal. That means the good stuff too. Because out of that same mouth that person was praising you today, they're going to not praise you tomorrow. They'll do the exact opposite. Same person, same mouth. How much accreditation can you give it? Same person, same mouth. Oh, some of them live in your house. They're your wife, and they're your husband. Honey, I love you. You're an asshole for not taking the trash out. You're the greatest thing ever, honey. Can we go to bed together? You're the worst. Why didn't you pick up the groceries? You're doing that in your house. At each other. Out of both sides of your mouth. How dare you? How dare you treat yourself that way, let alone the person you're talking to? So discord and discontent in your own home? Care? It's not important to me what you think about me. Practice that. And I don't care what you think about me personally. It feels good sometimes to have these people say nice things, but the minute I wallow in it, I'm messed up. Miguel, you're the best. He says, I don't take that personal. And then when they say, Miguel, you're the worst, he just knows that when they're happy, they'll tell him, Miguel, you're an angel. But when you're mad at me, you'll say, Miguel, you're a devil. Either way, it can't affect me because I know what I am. I don't have to need to be accepted. This is a hard one for Pops. I'm being honest. This is something I practice. I used to want to be the big, how come that group doesn't want me? Who is it? Was it Groucho Marx or W.C. Fields? One of those guys. Goes, I wouldn't want to be in a club that would have me as a member. I get it. Who would want to be in a club that would have me as a member? It's the other way around. He says, no, I don't take it personally. Whatever you think, whatever you feel, I know it's your problem and not my problem. It's the way you see the world. It's nothing personal. Because you're dealing with yourself, not with me. Others are going to have their own opinion according to their own belief system. So nothing they think about me is really about me, but it's about them. You create an entire picture or movie in your mind, and in that picture, you're the director. You're the producer. You're the actors and the actresses. Everyone else is a secondary actor in your movie. Isn't that funny? Everyone else is a secondary actor in your movie. The way you see your movie is according to the agreements that you've made with your life. Your point of view is something personal to you. It's no one's truth but yours. Then if you get mad at me, I know you're dealing with yourself. I am the excuse for you to get mad. And you're mad because you're afraid. Because you're dealing with fear. If you're not afraid, there's no way that you'll be mad at me. If you're not afraid, there's no way you're going to hate me. If you're not afraid, there's no way that you're going to be jealous or sad. One more paragraph. If you live without fear, if you love, there's no place for those emotions. I said earlier on my IG this morning, when you're being kind, there's no room for anger, frustration. When you're being happy, there's no room for anger. And we get to choose which one we want to be. I want to be angry right now. Okay, you can be. You have every license in the world to be as angry as you feel like. I bet you're not experiencing any happiness or kindness right now because you're in the midst of anger. You want to be happy? You want to be kind? Then be. If you live without fear, if you don't feel any of these emotions, it's logical that you're going to feel good. When you feel good, everything around you is good. Especially my mushrooms. My mushrooms know when I'm feeling good, I promise. You walk in a room filled with 100 tubs, you could turn them green just by walking in incorrectly. When everything around you is great, everything makes you happy. You're loving everything that's around you because you're loving yourself. Because you like the way you are. I'm going to say this, it's going to be braggy. I like the way I am. I have room to improve. I'm going to keep improving. But I like the way I am. And I don't need you to tell me. I'm hearing it from inside. And this is a new Pops. Took a long time to get there. But I like the way I am. I like helping. I like teaching. I like being kind. I like working on not being angry. I like being less materialistic. Oh, I could go on with the like list now. I couldn't before. I could tell you the hate list really a lot better. Right, Ginge? You're happy with your life. You're happy with the movie you're producing. God, that's beautiful. Steven Spielberg was happy with his last movie. Are you happy with your movie? You're happy with the agreements in your life. You're happy and you're at peace. You live literally in a state of bliss where everything's so wonderful and everything's so beautiful. It's almost like, was it really, could it always be like this? Can it always be like this? Yes. In that state of bliss, you are making love all the time with everything that you perceive. We'll pick up more about the second agreement tomorrow. Can you imagine? All we have to do is not take things personally, and we're practicing our way to bliss. Boop. Just logically. Marilyn, I like my life today. I like your life today. I like Marilyn. We'll do one more giveaway. Let's do one more giveaway. I like tea with pops. Self-serving, but I like tea with pops. I am going to write down, I like you guys. I like that there's 78 people here and 79 likes. I like that. Let's do a final giveaway. We're going to give away another eighth and some more capsules. We're going to do that, right, Marilyn? We're going to do that by picking another number between 1 and 100. Go. Thank you, Sharon. Go. 1 and 100, kids. It's been a numerical day. I've made it easy. You haven't had to have any knowledge. You just have to luckily say the right number. You just have to win the lotto, that's all. I wrote down a number. It's over here. The first person I see on my screen, I'm going to call out their name and they're going to win this prize whether they want it or not. Okay? But they'll have to send me their address for it. I still don't see it. No, but I can tell you Shannon Tignor is awfully close. Shannon's the closest I've seen so far. If you guys want to go back and look at Shannon, well, it was Shannon's first answer, not the second answer. Okay? So far, that was the closest I've seen, was Shannon Tignor's first answer. But it wasn't correct. So I'm still scrolling. I'm still looking. Oh, New England Visuals is close. Real close, but not quite there. So we're still scrolling. I don't see it. I still don't see it. There's only 100 possibilities. And I've just given you guys some clues. I've just given a couple of major clues away. If you got to go back and look at their numbers, though, right? No. I don't know if I'm going to give any more clues. Yeah, I have to give more clues. Why don't you guys know? Okay, look at Silly Gal's last answer. And Silly Gal's pretty close. She's in the hot zone. Warm, cold, and hot. She's in the hot zone. That last answer. So that's all I can do is for a clue. Silly Gal went in the wrong direction with that last answer of hers. No, go back the other way. That's all I can say. I'm basically giving one person the answer here. Joshua Barnard and Gnome King. Keep climbing those numbers. They're too low. Those numbers are too low. But they're close. Oh, New England Visuals. Kill the game. New England Visuals, the first 47. 47. New England Visuals, 47. Kill it. New England bringing it home with the big 4-7. Joshua Barnhart right behind him, but I'm sorry, I saw New England way before you. New England, do you want Ghost or ODPE? I'm going to give you an eighth, 3.5 grams plus. Would you prefer Ghost or ODPE? It's a preference. Which are you preferring? ODPE, you got it. So the ODPE, boom, there it is. There's a beautiful 3.5 grams plus of ODPE. And then we're also going to give you 200 milligrams. This is ODPE as well. So you can try it in capsule form or you can try it in fruit form. Okay? So that's going to go to New England Visuals. The only way I can send that to New England Visuals, however, is if he sends me his address at the DetroitMushLab.net. And it has to be today, or I'll have to put this stuff back in the box and give it away again. So please get me your information today, and we'll get that out to you. Thank you today. Boy, are we learning a lot, you guys? We'll do some mail call tomorrow, but let's learn more. That article, that Los Angeles Times article, we'll finish it tomorrow, and then we'll start studying our brain together. Okay? Let's study our brain, because now we're learning that psilocybin impacts us, and we know that, that cognitively it works, but let's learn what the hardware is that it's impacting. Let's learn a little bit more about our hardware here. I need to know more. What about you guys? And if we're here learning together, it'll be a wonderful thing. It's okay, Trip. We got time. You're my pal. Don't you worry about it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep studying together and rightly dividing the word of truth. Get out of here, you guys. Go have a beautiful day. I'll see you guys here tomorrow. Same much time, same much channel. Practice goodness and kindness today. Impeccability with your word. And don't let other people keep your score. Don't do it. Keep your own score. Here we go. Jesus Christ in Australia. Love you, bro. Sandy and Trippy and Anthony. It works, so keep working it. Desi and Matthew. There's Matthew. And Ginger, I love you. Thank you. Shannon, there's Shannon. Shannon, you were close today. Bill and Slingy and Jolie. Hi, Jolie. And Nitty Nat. Thank you, girl. And Sandman. Gosh, it's coming soon, huh? Choopy, we're going to open a box from you here tomorrow. Thank you for that. Ladran and Satter and Slingy in New England. And Rebel Rob and Billy Bill. Bill Darui. Joshua Barnhart. Boy, you were close today, Josh. Gypsy and Anthony Thornton. And Clean Grow and Slingy. And, Clean Grow. Hold on. That was the one that won the first prize today. So we got to get something from old Clean Grow. Okay. Where are we at? Here we go. Rebel Rob and Gypsy Life. I love Gypsy. Anthony and Clean Grow and Slingy and Benny Ben. And Marilyn, you have a wonderful day. And Pagey Page and Nat and Renee. How you doing, doll? And Miss Duff. There you are, chatter. Chit Chat. Chatsky. Penny and Trippin and Desi. There's Des and Tin Can and Pittsburgh Real. Matthew, love you. And Saturday, Jesus Christ, I'll let him know. Joey Portunalo. Streety, slipping right in there. Good job today. Saturday and Nerdy and Eric and Heggs. Heggs, say goodbye to moms for me. Jesus and Saturday and Spoony and Bab, Elon Burns. And Choopy and Jolie and Mushy. Mushmouth, way to be here. Good job today. Anthony Cleany. Sharon Sparks, thumbs up. Jonathan Taylor, I Losty, and Dev Boy, and Jimmy Max and Saskamojo. And Leonard's climbing an oak tree. Mike Barria's playing ball. And Penny is packing one. And 4119's going on adventures. And Anthony has a thorn. He popped it out. Sherry, she can buck, man. I tell you right now. Star is not a child. She's an adult. Free, the Ancient Ones, and 419, and Joe Biden, and 419, and Mike, and Always, and Herbie Mawari Kebab, and EMT, and Thee. Have a sexy kitten day. Meow. I didn't just do that. Trippin, 419, Green Table, Jackie Cat, Ruth in New England, and Mushy, and Cody Scott Rose. Nice message from you this week, Cody. Thank you. Star and 419 and Herbie and Eric and Nat and New England and Ladran and Toucan and Jackie and Paige and Toucan and Mushmouth and Matthew. And Matthew, I can sing his last name because I'm a singer. Pops, peace, love, get out of here. Ouch.